Hi guys, it's me, just Lindsay again, and for this video that I will be dedicating to the month of love, February in 2026, I shall be talking about a video game which I love dearly, and that'd be Need for Speed Underground 2, because this game is awesome. I would even go so far as to say that this game is the best game in the entire franchise. Just barely edging out Most Wanted. Okay? Because I think that the customization options for the different vehicles is beyond great. This game is absolutely wonderful. In everything besides the customization options I just mentioned, everything is, the presentation is very good, the graphics are good, except for the fact that other vehicles in the game are kind of like ordinary and blocky. But that's to be expected, of this era of gaming for the Xbox and the PS2. But to say that, I just rewatched some footage from an old video that I watched a long time ago by this person called Reggie. I'm gonna assume that's the guy. And it contains 11 hours worth of footage of the actual game, of which he played on hard, like he did with the first underground game. To add to that, he also played the game with playing with automatic gear shift, which I could never do in real life, let alone in the game. So kudos to you. You have my respect, Mr. Reggie. Or Ray J, I should say. Maybe that's it. But anyway, this game is completely awesome because this game features, there are multiple features in the game that are actually pretty cool. First of all, there's an open world, which was a vast improvement over the first underworld game, in that you could experience what it's like to drive around in that real city of Bayview, and you could also interact with other drivers as well, other underground drivers, in the tuner culture that souped up their own vehicles and such, and telling them to races on the way, on the highway. And it was actually pretty cool. I don't think I did it myself that much, but couldn't get quite a little bit back with that for extra spare parts and for body kits and rims and all that good stuff that makes underground so iconic that you can actually take a vehicle and change it into a tuner. The dream come true, with tires, with rims, spinners, hood scoops, roof scoops, different modifications on the headlights that may be legal or illegal, depending on who you ask, and spoilers, and door side skirts, among many other little things too. But this game is, going back to the open world thing, it was a vast improvement over the first one because in the first one it was basically race, 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 race. That's when you gotta drive through each section of the map to find each different thing, each different event. Of which there's much more of a variety of it too. Like for example, there's dirt track racing. There's the drift courses, of course. No pun intended on that one. But I admit, now the fact that they have drift courses on there, but they have other races in there too, kind of a little bit messy and a little bit sloppy, if you ask me. They should just one person on it, as you, and with the high scores of whoever you're trying to go up against. Being that you play hard, the scores are much higher and much more difficult to pass. But he did it well. Anyway, there's also a mini map too that you can find race courses a lot easier. But there's one thing that kind of bugs me about this. Whenever you're racing at the airport or the professional track there, the white course track, there's one thing that I noticed in it that I always went questioning. And it's when you reach a certain turn or a certain straightaway and stuff, there's like a, how should I put this, like a little mini course within the main course of the game. So it's supposed to be like your track or your drift courses, like all combined into one small little thing. It's actually kind of confusing that they have that in there. But I don't know, I can't explain it. Maybe you guys can in the comment section or something. Now, back when I was saying about the roof scoops and things like that, some of the additions to the game are kind of stupid. The point being that I don't get why they put it in there. So they're so over top it, so stupid. It's in the purpose of the boost your visual style meter. Case in point, the double roof scoops or hood scoops, and I guess to be something like to promote being symmetrical and stuff, but it's come off of being too obnoxious with wanting to buy something like that. But also, it's the same matter. You got I forgot what they call it in the game, but it's like a smoke screen attack, by which whenever you push the acceleration button, you see a puff of smoke, color smoke, and it's kind of absurd because when you do it, the entire thing gets blocked out of your vision. If you were driving, you would be blocked out. It'd be kind of like driving a train, but with all the smoke signals coming out of the wheels. And it's just so stupid. No, I don't want to go in there. But there's also the addition of certain vehicles in the game. You know, you got your standard, your standard tuner cars, you know, the Nissan 350Z and etc. Corolla and all that. But there are 3 additional vehicles that really of the ante, if you will, and that'd be SUVs. Unfortunately though, like I said, they only have 3 options for that, which gets very repetitious very fast. And that'd be the Hummer H2, the Cadillac Escalade, and the Lincoln Navigator. By God, these are very dumb. And they're basically driving boats. That's the best way to put it. Because they're so massive and they're so awkward that it's kind of stupid and pointless to have them in there. Plus, the only reason why they have them in there for these special events just for SUVs. But the only problem is that the computer also can only pick those 3 vehicles, so anything you pick will be doubled again. So that if you pick let's say you pick the Hummer H2, okay, there's always going to be somebody there that will pick the Hummer H2 also, and the others will always be an Escalade and a Navigator. So it's really, really stupid and dumb and repetitive and absurd and crazy. Plus, you can do many of the modifications you would do for the other cars. You could do for that too. You could do for the SUV too. With some, I guess, some notable mentions being not being able to do. Like it with side skirts, you can't put on there. Certain rims you can't put on there. Certain other things too. And spoilers too. When I say spoilers, I'm not talking about like hints in the movie. I'm talking about like things that you put in the back of a car for style points or attraction. And it's really kind of stupid to have those big vehicles in there. Now, one of the big draws in this game is the addition of Brooke Burke doing some of the acting in this game. Mostly by voice, but there are very colorful comic book style panels in this game. And it's kind of weird seeing her talking but not actually moving around and stuff. So it's kind of weird that way. But yeah, she first gives you your first ride from her own car, which gets pissed off if you're not returning right away to her. And it's a continuation from the first game in which you come over to Bayview, start from scratch like Samus Aran, and you have to build yourself up from the bottom, and she helps you out. She keeps you with chops and rides and all that stuff. So it's kind of she's also just a total character too. She shows you how to do things and what to do and what not to do, and how to do races and stuff. Which they got a 3X, they got a sponsorship tournament, they got things where you actually choose what sponsors and what you get to choose what sponsors to do based on what they want you to do. So if they want you to do like 3 drag races and a 3X race, you do that, and then you get their sponsorship and their special cards and stuff. But yeah, unfortunately they got drag racing back from the first Underworld game, which I really hate. That was a big challenge to me in this controller right here. Pelican multi-adaptive thing. Only, yeah, they got drifting there too. They got, 3X, they got URL races. Yeah, the track. The dirt track. They have, they also increased the soundtrack quite a bit too. So now it's more of a rap slash, heavy metal type soundtrack, which is absolutely glorious. They have things like, the Death and Resurrection Show, Nobody. You have Rise of the Storm with, Snoop Diggy Dogg in there. You have, Lean Back. I never read it too much, but it's a lot better than Get Low. There's, the Celebration song, among many others. And you just feel like this whole new world in Bayview, complete with Drift Mountain, like into good drift, and there's a coal area, like with big beautiful mounds of coal everywhere. It's like more technical, more curvy roads along a nuclear plant too. But one big thing here that you notice right away are the advertisements for various products. I guess they went all out with the sponsorships in this game. I'm not just talking about like body kits and associated by real cars, like AEM decals and vinyls and Sparko for getting rid of stuff in your vehicle that you don't need, and that Brembo big pads and stuff. I'm talking about like brand advertisements, like Best Buy, Sprint, mobile phones and all that. But one thing that you'll notice is that one top of them all, and that be singular, and that's like your go-to instant messenger device. When you contact Sam, that'd be your book character, as well as other people in it, big boss at the end. And this is not really a story mode per se, but like when you reach the end, the guy gets pissed off at you and challenges you to a big race, which incorporates many of the different parts of the city too. Now, one thing that they did that was kind of a dickish move is that during one or two races in there, they have like the open world thing go on, and they want you to drift race down the big hill area, but they also put traffic in the way too, as well as little spots of the main road, which is like a dream come true for drifters. You get massive combos that way. To where when Reggie did it, he missed a few, and that hurt right here. That hurt me personally, because I've gotten like a 25,000+ point combo, only to lose it by hitting a wall or hitting another vehicle. Which is funny because it's an open world game and the traffic involved, in those races, they have it so that like surrounding each car is like a bonus level where if you drift near another vehicle going or coming, it tends to increase the bonuses, like as if you were outside the main road. So it's like a mobile way for you to test your drift skills. Kind of annoying though, but still. Also, another thing is that when Reggie was playing the game, he went airborne for a good couple of times. Good handful of times he went airborne. You might want to learn how to do a pit maneuver too, because some of the cars actually, they don't affect you, but you can affect them in the pit maneuver way. Like if you hit them in the rear quarter panel, they'll spin out on you, like they do in the cops movies. Let's see that yeah, the car is great. It just feels really nice to be able to play this game. Now, I want to do from channel one day. It's just that I gotta do. I'm probably gonna cut out all the music in it to avoid the copyright stuff. Like Rich did, like so many other people do. Let's see here. I wish that they had made Need for Speed Underground 3, but instead we got Most Wanted. So I'll cover that one next year because I think it's a good game, a Black Edition, but I don't think that the Underground level good. Because this is just such a masterpiece and set the stage for many things in culture and stuff. And it's really good, especially in combination with the Fast and the Furious franchise. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I should also point out that in the first Underground game, they had the drag races, and they were basically straight runs with a few curves here and there. But in this game, whenever they have a curvy road, that's got equal opportunity to become a drag race route. Because they don't give a crap. They'll actually put on. It's their game to put you on that road for it. And even though there's traffic and there's curves on the road, it makes it kind of hard to judge for yourself which lane is good to go in. You know, for whatever reason, if you hit something there, you're out, you're knocked out. But if you hit the same object driving regularly, you know, in a race or something, you can recover pretty quickly. And of course, you know that when Reggie did it, he did it with the maximum amount of style points. So basically that means that if there was an oncoming car, he came close to it, but didn't hit it most of the time. Like 95% of the time, he would just barely miss it. And that not only did that increase your style points, but also replenished your NOS tank by a little increment. So it actually pretty good in that regard. So you can also customize your neon, your rims, your lights, everything else. But you can also customize your HUD display and with little but I'm gonna change it. Like one was like anime puppy dog, and another one was a futuristic type thing, and another one was just your standard summoner. So it's pretty cool. I often say with my friend that the next thing would be to, number 3 would be to put in there like vanity plates or something about. I'm shutting into Underground number 3 because there's just so many customization options you can do for good nuts before you go into fantasy territory. But you know, Underground 3 would be nice. They could still do it, or they could remake this fun. I don't know, either or would be nice. Let me see here. Like you said, there were tournament races too that you could do. It will also like things where you do something and you get amount of street cred for it, and then depending on how much cred you got, your car will be featured on magazine covers. I don't know if they were just fictional or if they really exist in real life, but it was pretty cool. They could actually choose which car and which magazine to go for, as well as sponsorships. Me personally, I like the green color for vehicles. And let's see here. Oh yeah, but wait. It's an idea, taboo subject for many people, but whenever you got like whenever you got a text message or an email from somebody in the game by Singular or whatever, then you will always be driving at the same time as you will be getting these messages. So they're trying to promote safe driving, but yeah, at the same time they're also having to answer email type out stuff, you know. Look at pictures, look at whatever else you can think of for this while you're driving. So unless you're stupid, you might imitate this and look like I'm telling you, Dad, that whenever he would drive around with me in the car, he would always look at Facebook pictures and messaging and even take calls on the phone while we're driving. I'm like, Dad, I don't drive. I know not to do that stuff. I need to get quiet. So they said, okay, well, if you get pulled by a police officer, I'm gonna be like, look officer, look what you're doing over there. So he's on the phone, texting with his brother. Anyway, this is a very good game for the PS2 and Xbox. I highly recommend you play it. It's good, it's cool, and it improves on everything from the other game. It increased the car roster, it increased the song numbers, it increased the detail in the world. You got different zones of Bayview, you got the comic book sections. They got worked like a B-list star in this game. And Hot Woman to begin with too. And they did up the game in this one, which is a lot to say because I thought that Underground 1 was actually really good too. So they increased the goodies in the game from there. Anyway, I thank you for watching my video on Need for Speed Underground 2. The game is really good, and I love it to pieces. I did this for a month of love in February of 2026 because I adore this game. This game is awesome. It's bee's knees. Some might even say it's groovy. I highly recommend it. And as such, I give this game a happy face and seal of approval because it's very easily accessible, it's fun to play, the music is awesome, and you will love it. And by the way, all the lyrics are clean. There are no questionable words, just fine in the game. So, if you like what you hear, you want to see more of my videos and such, like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. You can also contact me for future videos, suggestions and whatnot by calling me or texting me at 631-707-3707, or you can follow me on Twitter or X if you prefer call that at PNelsonPro, and my email is jjsviewingchannel@gmail.com. So, I salute anyone that made this game. This game is back when EA was fun, and none of that microtransaction and bullshit was in the world yet. This is back when the games were actually complete when you bought them. No DLC, no extra packets or whatever that you could buy. This is 100% in the game right here. And I love it to bits. And if this is a woman, I will marry it. Right now. So yeah, this is a real good game. Peace out, my brothers and sisters. I'll see you in the next video. All you girls and guys into land. I'll be insane. Sayonara. Ciao, ciao.